Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Rise of the Phoenix. This video is going to be the first in a new series of videos that I am going to be doing about evil commanders and troops. A lot of people have requested videos covering the evil factions, and I couldn't be more excited to start playing as Angmar as soon as my new evil account server rolls into Season 2, which should be right around Christmas time, unfortunately. That means I'm going to be busy doing Christmas and holiday things, but it's all good. The season's going to last a long time. I'll have plenty of time to catch up. So expect a healthy amount of content about evil commanders and units in the near future. This video specifically will be a Grima commander overview. We'll talk about the pros and cons of Grima, as well as which skills he should learn, then discuss army compositions and itemization. But before we get started, if you enjoy my videos, please consider subscribing to the channel and giving this video a like. So Grima is one of the best Tier 1 commanders and arguably the best Tier 1 evil commander. I highly recommend that everybody recruit this guy and take him to at least respect level 1 for the accessory slot. The pros of Grima include a reliable source of madness. He increases the effective HP of your army through evasion and adding extra defense, and he's also able to debuff the enemy army and enemy commander. The cons of Grima include low base stats compared to other commanders, and he has pretty much non-existent damage. Do not expect this guy to pump out any commander damage on his own. His bread and butter skills are the first two, which I guess could be another pro because you don't necessarily have to take him to higher levels of respect in order for him to be effective. However, higher levels of respect mean more skill points, and more skill points are always useful. But for this build, you'll just be putting everything into second in command, into anticipation, discipline, Wormtongue, Master of Mischief, and Enfeeble. You guys are all smart people, so I'm not going to spend any of this video's time reading every single skill and exactly what it does. Instead, what I'll do is I'm going to pull up a nice little picture here of how I would lay out these skills. Bada boom, bada bing, there we go. I'm hoping that these types of pictures are going to become a staple in my commander overviews. If you guys want to take a second to take a screenshot of this, be my guest, feel free to share it. Please just, if you do share it, don't remove the little credit down in the bottom. One of the guys I'm going to be playing Season 2 with shared this build with me so that I could share it with you all. As for army compositions to use for Grima, one of the most effective is full Mumakiels. I think everybody knows by this point that Mumakiels are quite insanely powerful, and Grima is nice to use with them because the evasion from anticipation means they're going to escape the first round of combat practically unscathed. The defense from discipline means they're going to be even more difficult to kill than they already are. Second in command increases Grima's focus. More focus on Grima means the Mumakiels are going to take less damage still. And since they are melee units, it increases their damage output by 15%, which is pretty considerable. I think 20% is kind of the rule of thumb for whether or not a skill is worth investing in. Second in command is 15%, but it also is giving Grima a total of 30 focus for the 15 points. So you're losing a little bit of damage, but you're gaining a good chunk of focus. In addition, due to Wormtongue, its max level effect is going to decrease the enemy commander's might, which is going to decrease the damage of all of the enemy units, making these Mumakiel even more tanky than they already are. Also, due to madness, the enemy units are going to spend some rounds of combat, hopefully attacking each other rather than the Mumakiel. So, long story short, with Grima, the Mumakiels are going to be an absolute nightmare to kill. If you don't have access to Mumakiels yet, maybe you haven't managed to capture one of the camps because you don't have a high enough level commander, or Perhaps you're just not playing Mordor and don't have easy access to them. You can also run Mountain Trolls for the taunt with Alchemists, and then whatever unit you want to bring based on what you're going to be fighting. There is a little bit of counter synergy between the Mountain Troll taunt and Grima's Madness, in that a unit that is inflicted with Madness will still attack a taunting unit. So there will be one round of combat, should be round 3, where the trolls are going to taunt the enemy. They will have Madness and they will just go ahead and attack the trolls instead. But that's okay, because the job of the trolls is to just let your alchemists survive and do the insane amount of damage that alchemists do. As far as itemization goes, you're going to want to stack focus, but the best modifier if you're going to be using alchemists would be army attack, because alchemists convert 300% of their normal damage into fire damage, which means every 1 point of attack that you add to them is really 3 points of attack. Additionally, you want to look for things like reduced melee damage taken on your gear, army defense to stack that defense even higher. And if you're going to use alchemists, the best thing that you can invest in is a max damage accessory, one of those accessories that gives your units a chance to inflict maximum damage. This is because alchemists have a wide damage range, meaning sometimes they hit like a wet noodle and other times they completely slap. With that max damage accessory, you're going to ensure that they completely slap way more often. If you can't get your hands on one of those, a healing accessory should work out well too, because the effective health of your army with Grima in command will be quite high, meaning that healing is going to be effectively boosted because your army is taking less damage, so each point of healing that you get out of that ends up being worth a little bit more. That's it for this video, guys. I hope you learned something useful. Let me know what you think about Grima down in the comment section. Is he one of your favorite commanders, or do you think that he is too weak to be worth using? I'll see you in the next one. Rise of the Phoenix, over and out.